going on, everybody? Alfred Ezman with World Baseball Network here, and we are joined by a very special guest. We have Connor Fennell with us, a pitcher from the Vanderbilt Commodores coming off a fabulous 2025 season, a 2.53 ERA in 53 and a third innings of work, an astounding 84 strikeouts over that stretch, just insane numbers. Both started and came in out of the bullpen and got some saves as well last year. Very talented pitcher. Connor, thank you for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. Let's start with last year, right? You transferred in from Dayton, had a pretty decent, first season with the Dayton Flyers. You come to Vanderbilt for the 2025 season, and you put up even better numbers in the SEC. Talk about, what went into that and just the year you had overall.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it started in the fall when I first got over here. Obviously, I had to develop quite a bit, moving into the SEC, new to the conference. It's a very powerful conference, can be intimidating sometimes. So obviously my fall wasn't the greatest when I first got here, but, I worked through that and the staff here and all the guys on the team and everyone, helped me develop and, just develop into a better player. And it led to a pretty good season for me and the team.
Yeah, it did lead to a good season for the team. You guys were the number one overall seed in the NCAA tournament. And leading up to that, you won the SEC tournament in Hoover. It's Vanderbilt's second in the past 3 years, as they also won in 2023. Talk about winning that tournament. I know it's kind of an odd time. Sometimes coaches don't take it seriously because they want to rest guys like you for the NCAA tournament, but you guys clearly did, and it paid dividends. So talk about that championship you were able to get with the team.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. That's probably the best, baseball experience I've had in my career so far. I mean, it's an amazing place to play. I mean, I loved playing down there. The ballpark was very cool, great atmosphere. There's nothing like playing in a conference tournament. I mean, it's very competitive, especially in the SEC. I mean, I loved playing with my guys down there, and obviously we played pretty well, and we don't want to hold back. I mean, we want to win at all costs, win every game we can. So it's a lot of
It's
fun.
yeah, it's a very competitive tournament, and I kind of want to ask you this if that's okay. You had a really good outing against the Tennessee Volunteers. There was a certain at bat during that game where a timeout was taken by the batter. I believe it was Andrew Fisher, and you sat there still, ready to go the entire time during the timeout. What was going through your head when you were doing that? Because it was awesome. Your teammates were loving it. I'm sure the Vandy fans watching in the stadium and on TV were loving it as well. What was going through your mind during that at bat and that timeout in particular?
Yeah, I mean, I was just focused. I mean, I was just, kind of in the zone, so I was just waiting for him to get back in the box so I could throw my pitch. I already had the pitch call, so I was just waiting for him to get back in the box, really. I mean, I wasn't thinking much more than that.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, man, I kind of want to talk about the fall for you a little bit. You're really set up to take a huge step for this team, and I think the value that you have and you bring to the squad is that, like I said at the beginning, you've started games here in Vanderbilt. You've come out, you've gotten some saves out of the bullpen, that sort of nature. Do you have any idea what your role is going to look like for next year? Did you guys figure that out during the fall or anything?
I mean, I'm not obviously 100% sure. I haven't been told any role. I mean, no roles are secured right now. Obviously, we still have the preseason to get to, still got a lot of work to do. So, I mean, I'm just gonna, do whatever role Brownie thinks is best to help the team win at all costs.
Very good, man. And talk about some other guys that have stood out during the fall. What have you been working on in particular? And, whether it's pitchers or some hitters that have been tough to face, who is standing out and what's been happening this fall for you?
Yeah, I mean, I would say a huge standout for sure is Austin. I mean, he's been lights out all fall. Obviously, our whole freshman class coming in, I mean, their stuff is unbelievable. We have a lot of really good arms coming in, especially in the portal and I mean, just the freshman class in general. And I mean, the hitting's looked amazing. I mean, I'm very confident in our team this year. I've had a great feeling about this team ever since, the first day conditioning. So, I'm very, very excited for the season. I can't wait for it.
Talk about just what it means, to play for Vanderbilt. You have a year under your belt. You brought some hardware in, and you made an impact really just as is on the program after one season. Talk about what it means to throw on the Vandy Boys gear and, to play for Tim Corbin as well, because I'm sure a lot of people want to hear about what that's like.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing better than playing for the school and this coach. I mean, you get the best coach in college baseball, in my opinion, and playing for a team where the standard is held so high. I mean, it just makes you so much better of a person and better of a player. And I mean, it's just always such a tight group of guys. And, the school does a really good job of developing you off the field and on the field. And I think that has to do with Corbs and the school and, just how hard we work over here. And I mean, it's an honor to be able to play for a program like Vanderbilt.
Connor, thank you so much for joining us tonight, man. We really appreciate it. You were a phenomenal pitcher in 2025. We're looking forward to a great 2026 season for you and the rest of the Vanderbilt team. Thanks for joining us once again.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Of course. Well, everybody, from Alfred Ezman, you've been watching World Baseball Network content. Head over to worldbaseball.com today to check out more baseball news.